Hello friends, this is Ved Prakash Singh from IIT Consultancy. Today we will discuss a circular issued by Maharashtra Pollution Control Board MPCB. This circular is regarding provision of penal fee for occupiers violating combined consent regime prescribed under Air and Water Act. Guys, my humble request is to please subscribe the channel to receive the regular update on legal requirements and other uh, training and awareness videos on health, safety, environment, quality, security and operation. I will also request you to please circulate this link to your professional friends who can also be benefited. Guys, let us see what Maharashtra Pollution Control Board has issued as a circular. This circular has been issued on 12th of July 2022 and the subject is provision of penal fees for occupiers violating combined consent regime prescribed under Air Water Act. Now I will read for you. The circular says that it is a mandatory on the part of industries, entrepreneurs to obtain consent to operate, establish and operate under section 25/26 of the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, under section 21 of Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981 and authorization under hazardous and other waste management and transboundary movement rule 2016. However, it has been noticed that often industries were found to be violating the aforesaid provision and violations noticed are as below. So what Pollution Control Board is trying to say that in spite of having the regulations, industries are violating some conditions and these violations are as per below. Number one, to take effective steps towards establishment of project unit without obtaining consent to establish from the board. This is really surprise. I think this is hard to believe that people are violating this rule. This is the first and basic rules and this is first and basic requirement we need to apply for consent to establish before establishment starts. Nevertheless, point number two, to take effective steps without revalidating consent to establish from the board. Okay. Number three, to start commercial production to hand over occupancy without obtaining consent to operate from the board. Guys, this is very simple. Number four, to carry out expansion activity and applying directly to consent to operate without obtaining consent to establish of the board. To operate the activity without valid consent to operate of the board and applying after lapses of the validity period. To be honest, I worked in India and I have never seen this kind of violation. Probably, see, MPCB has a wider bandwidth. Probably they know many things what I do not know. But these are the basics rule. Let us go for the next. To store and disposal of hazardous waste not consistent with provision of the rules. Guys, now MPCB is saying that MPCB has published enforcement policy for issuance of directions on account of degree of violation by imposing forfeiting proportionate bank guarantee. This is big thing, huh? The matter of such violations was discussed during consent appraisal committee and consent committee and was decided to formulate a deterrent policy towards above mentioned violations and such other violations. Hence, it is important to discourage the defaulting industries by adopting polluter pays. This is very good words, polluter pays. The person who is polluting, he will pay. principle by imposing appropriate cost for violation of provision of Environment Enactment. The MPCB, in its 178th board meeting held on 24th February 2022, wide item number 12, has considered to impose appropriate penal fees towards violation of environmental enactment. The penal fee shall be imposed as below. So that means the panel has decided different categories and the violations what we have discussed earlier, and there are different fees on each violations. Let us see how this violation goes. Guys, now let us see the table which has been formulated by the MPCB. Number 1, taking effective steps towards establishment of project unit prior to obtain consent to establishment from the board. This is number 1. Number 2, they are saying that taking effective steps without revalidating consent to establish of the board. Number 2. Number 3, I am repeating the same thing what has been discussed earlier for sake of our understanding. Number 3, industry starting commercial production prior to obtain consent to operate of the board. Infrastructure project like road, dam and all these things, as per my understanding. Handing over possession prior to obtaining consent to operate of the board and occupancy certificate from local body or authority. Number 4, operating the industry activity without valid consent to operate of the board and applying after lapses of validity period. There are 4 categories as per the MPCB. As per my understanding, MPCB may be getting lot of this kind of violations because they are big authorities. They may have better knowledge than me at least. So now the cost of violations. What they have done, they have divided all the industry in 3 categories: red categories, orange categories and green category. So red category, the penalty, if you are one of the red category who are violating these 4 conditions, 4 rules, 4 requirements of the MPCB, then you have to pay 5 times of one term consent fee into number of years of violation. Say for example, I am just doing a layman calculation. If my one term fee is 1,000 rupees and if I violated, let's say 365 days or 1 year. So in that case, 5 into 1,000 into number of years means 365 days means 1 year. 1 year. So that means I am supposed to pay as an industry if I am violating these conditions, what has been shown in the violation. So 5,000 into 1 means 5,000 rupees. If I am violating for 3 years, so 5 into 1,000 into 3 years, 5 3 is 15 means 15,000. This is my understanding. I would request you, if my understanding is wrong, please put your understanding in the comment section so that we can spread this news to everyone. In orange category, the same thing. 3 times of one term consent fee. One term consent fee, I have taken 1,000 rupees, sir. Is for example, it may vary from your industry, your size of industry, your type of industry. So take your own term fee. 3 times of one term consent fee into number of years of violation. Here they are saying star. If you see, they are saying star. So that means they have given some clarification on the star. So now, if my industry comes into the green zone, green category, so one term consent fee into number of years. I hope it's very easy to understand. And if you have other interpretation, my request is please put your understanding in the comment section, so everybody who is watching this video may come to know that. For their benefit, I request you to please do so. Guys, as I have mentioned that star calculation of number of years shall be calculated on the basis of number of days of non-compliance. I hope you understand. So number of days. Let's say if I have violated for 200 days, so my fee will be less than that. So 0.6, 0.7 of 5 times into term fee. So if I am violating, let's say 1,000 days, So multiplied by number of year, number of days, divide it, and you can get it. If you have some concern, please put in the comment section. I will come back to you with a formula, and it's very easy to understand. I hope you guys are very senior, and you can calculate this amount. The penal fee amount to be paid by PP project proponent through online e-payment gateways. All officers of the board should implement this circular without fail. So this has been issued by Sri Ashok Singare Sahab, IAS Member Secretary of MPCB. So guys, this is the understanding, what I have explained, my understanding. Feel free to put your comments, your understanding in the comment section. I would say that I am not very influential. You guys are powerful. Your words are powerful. Please put your comments in the comment section. If you agree with this provision, if you don't agree with this provision, or if you have something better suggestion to MPCB. MPCB is a big organization, big authority, and they are always open to suggestion. And I am very sure they might have contacted many industry, and on the basis of industry, they might have discussed in the committee. And after discussion, after conclusion, they might have done some cause and consequence. They might have done some some risk assessment, and after that, they might have concluded this penalty. But you are the industry. You are the person who are in the field. You know at least better than me, and sometimes since you have the practical knowledge, you can put your suggestion, you can put your grievances, you can put your advices to the MPCB. I would say that your words are powerful, and let us use the power of your words. And please put your suggestion, your recommendation, your grievances, your advices in the comment section. Probably MPCB will also see this comment, and they will definitely come back to us very clearly, because they are big hearted guys, they are regulators, so they are definitely going to help us. I would suggest, again request you, please subscribe the channel, so that you can get all the update on regular basis, and please send this link to your professional friends, so that they can also be benefited. I am very thankful to you for watching this video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.